Hello everyone and welcome to my coloring corner. Today is collection view, Monday view, and we're going to take a look at the pencils of the week, which is the Colleen colored pencils. I have the 120 set, but you can purchase it in the 120, 60 and 48, I do believe. I have full set syndrome, so I needed to have them all. Um, just saying. So you will find that the Colleen colored pencils are a fairly smooth pencil. Um, they do have a number on them. They don't have a name. I thought this was the name, but I translated it and actually translates in Japanese to colored pencil. So it does have a number on them, but they do not have a name. The great thing with the set is if you look at the numbering system, all of your yellows are going to start in 4s and then into the oranges, and the reds are going to start in 1s. The brown colors are going to be in 5s. So it makes figuring out what color family a pencil belongs in fairly simple. I have things Willy Wonka all over the place, so uh, I put them in the color order that I would best use them in. And of course, you don't need to do that. You can put them in the color order that they come in, or you can put them in numeric order, that sort of thing. If you do have a preferred color order, like I said, they do have the start of each set of each color order, color family. That's the words I'm looking for. People, words are hard. Is at the start of each numbering system. So 2 is the greens, 5 is the browns, 6 is the grays, that sort of thing. Excuse me. Tickle in my throat. Hold on a second. I'm going to take a quick sip of coffee and try to wash that down. All right, so we will be using the Colleens in Art Matters. Art Matters today is this page here. So we're going to put this here. And we're almost done this book. We've got, a third of it left. And yeah, so once this book is completed, we will be using the colored pencils for the Monday view for different small pictures, just to show you how well they work. And of course it will be on better paper because this is not a coloring book. So the paper in the Art Matters is not the best paper for testing colored pencils on, of course. Now I'm going to switch you over to the close-up camera here, and we're going to take a look at the testing that we already did. Now I did find that they are quite water resistant. The water, the color that's around there is from the pen that I used to make the circles. However, they're not all that smudge resistant. They do move if you put your hand across them a lot. They do erase quite nicely, and they do blend fantastic. You can definitely get your rainbow blend, your gradient blend. You can blend them with the blender pencil or the blender pen or with the white. They range right now at about $65 for the set, for the 120 set. However, there is shipping on that. So for me to purchase a new set, it would have been $65.99 or something like that, and then another $12.99 shipping. So that's not all that bad, because without shipping, there's another seller that sold out quickly on Saturday for approximately $85 with free shipping. So as you can see, I've got the yellows into the oranges, into the peach tones, into the red tones here, into our pink tones. This one here I feel should have been up here more, and then into our deeper red tones. And then we start our purples into our light purples, our blues into our blue greens and our greens, and then into our browns and into our grays. It has a very, very lovely range of colors and different different there are a few different, oh, words are hard today, levels of each color. So the lower tones, it has a hold on a sec, there's somebody on my phone and it's driving me nuts. They do have a few different color variations, and they do have a couple of different levels of grays in those variations, like 606 is a blue gray, 609 is a purple gray, and I do believe there's a green gray in here as well. 608, which I did put into, or 605. Um, they have a good variation of different grays for each coloring tone, the shadow colors, so to speak. So I'm going to switch you over to the Art Matters here, and we're going to pick some colors and hopefully not get interrupted again. And hopefully my words will not escape me. So the page that we finished here is, if you don't know it's impossible, it's easier to do. And because nobody's done it before, they haven't made up rules to stop anyone doing that again, yet. Secondly, if you have an idea of what you want to make, what you were put here to do, then just go and do that. And that's much harder than it sounds, and sometimes, in the end, so much easier than you might imagine. So we're going to do this page here where she has all of her gear on her back. This is not the same person that we've been coloring, so this will be a different color for the hair. I'm just going to put my clip on here to keep that book open so that we can work on this part here. So I'm going to start with my blue tones on her suspenders, or her jumper here. I'm going to start with this one. So we're going to start with 313. No. I'm going to start with 315. And we're going to sharpen. And they do sharpen quite nicely. You can get a really nice sharp point on the pencil. My sharpener's dirty because it left stuff on it. And we're going to put in our shadow areas. It's hard to see where the suspenders are. I'm going to use this pencil afterwards. And I'm going to lean in a little bit so I can see what I'm doing. Because there's a lot of movement in her clothing because she's walking, it takes a little bit more shadowing than if she was standing still. Because we all know what our clothes do when we move. They scrunch up and move with us. So I hope everybody is enjoying the live streams on Saturdays and Mondays and Wednesdays. This week's art company is a bit of a sore spot for people, but I enjoy the artwork, so I'm not here for the politics of it. I just want to enjoy the artwork. All right, and then down here, again, just putting in those shadows of the movement of the clothes. All right. Okay, so there we have our dark colors in there. I need a little bit more in the back here. My goodness, it is just pouring with rain out there. Hopefully my internet holds up. And then we're going to fill in the rest of her jumper. And we're using 313 to fill in the jumper. Hope everybody had a wonderful weekend. Mine was, I don't like the time change. It really messes with my brain, so I was very tired yesterday. I don't know why. All I wanted to do was sleep yesterday. All right. Today I have a few different things that I need to do in the house before stream today. Of course, we will be continuing on with our little fairy house this afternoon, or this evening, I should say, after Tanya is done her stream. All right, and there we have her jumper all finished up there. Now we're going to do her shirt, and we're going to do her shirt in a white, well, no, let's do her shirt pink. Going to do her shirt pink, just because I want to. So I'm going to use this one here for our shadows. Well, actually just for the whole shirt because it's really small. We'll come in and add the shadows after. Actually, I like that color. Pink looks cool. It's a good color of pink. Let's do her socks pink too. There we go. Now we're going to take this darker pink and go into the shadows. So as you can see, you can definitely do both ways on this paper of light to dark or dark to light. in adding your shadows and your highlights. Now I did the dark to light on the lower part because I wanted the light to take over a little bit of that dark. But on the lighter colors, I tend to go from light to dark. So that with colors that I don't want the lighter color to take over that dark shadow color. Alright, so let's do her skin tones. We're going to start with this one. And I'm going to sharpen it. Alright, so we're going to come in under here. And up in here. Now this is the shadowy color. This is 513. And we'll be blending that into the lighter colors, lightening that color up a little bit. And I think I missed a part of her shirt there. So let's go back in there and finish that off. Because that part there is the backpack. So this part here is her shirt. So I'm just going to put in some shadows there. And finish off her shirt collars there. That's better. I missed the collar is what I did. Alright, so we've got our dark color in there. Now we're going to start adding some of the lighter tones. This one is 412. And this is where we're starting to blend that color in to the lighter tones, which is just going to lighten it up just a little bit. So it's not so bright, reddy orange color. We want it to have a little bit of that red, but not a lot. Alright, and then we're going to use this one here. Yeah. Which is 408. It's not a large amount of skin, so alright, now for her shoes. We're going to take this one here. This is number 607. And we're just going to put some on the highlight areas of her shoes because we're going to be doing her shoes in the black. So I just need to put some gray down before I put down the black, just to ensure that the highlight shows through. Now we're going to do the same thing with the soles of her shoes, but we're going to use a different gray. We're going to use a darker gray. And it's going to tone down that black quite a bit. Alright, same at this side here. Alright, so there she is. Now let's do her hair. And we're going to start with this one here. And then we're going to go in with, so that was number 517. Now we're going to go in with 509. Like so. Alright, now for the backpack, we're going to take a tan tone, which is 514. And we'll be adding color to this as well. A darker color. I just want to fill it in and map it out. Because there's different things that are holding it on to the straps there. Different things hanging off of it. Not quite sure what most of them are, but we'll make things up as we go. All right. Now we're going to take that darker brown. So this one is number 517. through here. And then down the back. The Colleens are doing quite nicely on the book here, even though it is not a coloring book. The page is allowing me to build the color quite well. I'm just going to come down here a little bit more. And then we're going to take our tan tone again, and we're just going to blend that color in. Especially in our shadowy areas. Areas that are going to get light, but not a whole lot of light because of the things that are hanging over top of it. Like so. Alright, so now we're going to do the metallic areas. We're going to take our black here. I think this one's the black. Yep. And this is just the buckles on the straps. Alright. Do our buttons here as well. There we go. Now, the lantern. We need a little bit of gray. And I had a lantern like this once, and it was green down here at the bottom. It's one of my dad's favorite camping lanterns. And there's a bucket here. So let's color that gray, a nice blue gray. And a bedroll, so let's do that. The orange. May just be a sleeping bag. Or some clothing of some sort. But I think it's this sleeping bag because the bedroll is up there. It's something. All right, and then we've got this over here, which I'm not quite sure what it is, so let's just color it yellow. Seems to have a pull tie on it. And then we've got some paper here. Looks like some artist paper. So I'm going to take a little bit of that brown and just fill in some of the edges here a little bit. Just blend that in. And then it looks like I think this is a pocket part of, looks like it's part of the backpack. So I'm just going to color it in as a part of the backpack here. Like so. And then we've got a little thing up there. So let's color that in the blues. So let's do this one here first. I have no idea what most of these things are. I'm just making it up as I go. People that are used to camping a lot. I haven't gone camping in decades. So I have no clue with most of it. It looks like a whole bunch of camping gear to me. But like I said, I have not been camping in ages and ages and ages, so I wouldn't be able to tell you what most of it was. I could tell you what it wasn't. Then we're going to come down here with the black. Finishing that off, and then we've got a shovel here. That I do know what it is. So I'm going to use this gray here on the shovel. And this little pot here. Not quite sure what all of those things are, so we'll just do them all the same way. Like so. It's all different things hanging out there. Then it looks like we have some more parchment over here and a pencil on a string there. Like so. And then let's do this part here with a bit of green. Just because I don't know what it is. Alright, and then our ground with some brown, like so. And then a little bit of this brown here as well. All right. So there we have our determined little individual that is going off with her ideas. It says, secondly, if you have an idea of what you want to make, what you were put here to do, then just go and do that. And that's much harder than it sounds, and sometimes in the end, so much easier than you might imagine. All right, guys, so that is Art Matters for today. These are the Colleen colored pencils. They are a Japanese colored pencil. You can get them on Amazon. These are all the colors that we used. You can get them on Amazon, and they do have 120 colors. They're a really good set of pencils that are water resistant. They're not waterproof. No pencil is waterproof. They are water resistant. They do blend very, very nicely, and they do color beautifully. There are so many really nice bright colors in the set that give a lot of life to your pages. With that, I would like to say thank you all very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed the Art Matters and the Monday view of the Colleen colored pencils. As you can see, I've got a mess on my desk. My pencil holder is flipped forward. And of course, here is Art Matters. Again, I'll show you the whole page that we have completed. All right, guys, with that, I will see you again this evening for Monday Live, where we will continue on our wonderful, wonderful picture from Nori Art, Nori Art Colors. And this is the little fairy house that we've been coloring. I will continue that, hopefully finish it this evening, so that on Wednesday we can start a new page. With that, I would like to say thank you all very much for watching. Always remember to like, comment, and subscribe to any YouTube artist that you enjoy. The Art Matters is done by Neil Gaiman and illustrated by Chris Riddell. I will leave a link below the video for the Colleen colored pencils, as well as a link to my swatch chart if you decide that you want to use it for your swatches if you decide to buy these pencils. Yeah, with that, always remember to relax, color, and stay safe, everyone. Until next time, bye-bye for now.